when you mention relax in this case, can we expect relax to have to be submittable and to have leaderboards on laser?
Yeah, I mean, our goal is to have all mods submittable. We don't really have any concept of unranked or whatever. The only exception, which we are still trying to figure out how we're going to handle it, is difficulty adjust, because applying like mod multipliers to something like difficulty adjust is very hard.
Right.
Where you can
And
just change any setting.
right. So for context, difficulty adjust is basically you can fully customize the CS or OD or AR. And on top of that, you can also customize BPM with double time. So I think laser has a lot more customization than stable. So I'm curious a couple things. So can you elaborate a bit more on, you mentioned having mod multiplier sort of be in the back end or like not really being visible to the players. So can you elaborate what you mean by that?
Yeah, so the change we made that caused this in the first place was that we still store the mod multipliers against the scores, but they're not actually flattened into the final score, the total score value. It would be something that's applied afterwards. In stable, mod multipliers, the whole score calculation is very hard to handle because it's reliant on combo at a point in time of the map, and the mod multiplier is also multiplied in at that point in time. So calculating scores after the players happen means you need to run through a replay basically, or you need to have point in time values for every hit object in the map, and we don't have that. So one of the things we've done in lasers scoring is simplify things down to the point where we don't need that calculation to happen in the first place. Which the mod multiplier part is just a blanket application of the multiplier on the final score now, rather than
Okay.
being done as the play goes on.
So I'm still
So
not understanding like having the multiplier hidden necessarily.
so the fact that it was hidden visually is just kind of like something which would be fixed going forward. It wasn't intended to be a permanent thing or anything. Uh, but what I was getting at is that because the multiplier is stored separate from the score, it means that if the multipliers do change at a later point, it will immediately update because the client is calculating it on the fly rather than having a total score value, which has to be updated at the server side database, whatever.
Okay, I see. I see. So what I'm understanding that happened is we removed the mod multipliers from the scores in order to shift
Yep.
over to this newer system where the mod multipliers are getting applied really after the fact, and they're kind of sort of calculating them almost locally.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, got it.